Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a timeless and collective reading. So whenever this reading finds its way to you is the right time. Keep in mind, it's a general reading. So see what signs, symbols, messages, energies resonate for you in your particular situation. Hopefully help bring you a little clarity on whatever you're wondering. It could broaden your perspective, narrow your focus, help you see something with fresh eyes in a new way, in a new light. But in the end, always trust yourself. That divine inner guidance, it's inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition so that your decisions are sound and based in love and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with sweet love tea. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, His consciousness, our higher selves, angels and energies of love have for the highest and greatest good of all. What is the opening message to be helpful for the collective right now? Please and thank you. On the move. All right, so you're leaving something behind. You could be moving in with someone. Somebody could be moving in with you. You could be moving out of a certain situation or a partnership. Some of you just could be moving to a different home or a different city. But there is something that you are packing up, something that you are leaving behind, and something or someone that you are going towards. So for some of you, maybe you are becoming more independent, doing something on your own. For others, I feel like you are partnering up with someone. So someone is moving away or getting a new home together. The next step, and it's also taking action. So I feel like you are getting past the plans. You might be in that in-betweener stage where the packing is going on, the plans are being made, but there's definitely something happening and something changing. So let's see. Clarity on the move. New energy, a new step, someone taking action. If this is maybe a partnership you've been in for a while, I see you talking about what kind of home you would want to live in, or someone's at least thinking about that. And if some of you are leaving something, I feel like you're thinking about how you would have something without maybe somebody else there. But I feel like you're not bummed out about it. I feel like some of you are pretty excited. Like, what furniture would you get? What are you going to keep? What are the knickknacks you don't need anymore? How are you going to paint the walls? What are you going to do in that beautiful garden outside or on the patio? I see like a lot of thinking if it's not the actual physical moving part. Well, let's see. Also, maybe some of you do something with real estate, or you find the right home you've been looking for. I do see some of you, once you find something, you moving fast. Maybe faster than you thought. So don't get overwhelmed with that whole moving thing. That can be very stressful. Don't get all stressed out. I feel like wherever you are going, you're going to find a lot of comfort. So I hear worth the effort. Clarity on the move, please. Yeah, you have sturdy support. So even if this is just you moving alone, you have the helpful, right resources around you that got your back, maybe help you, maybe physically move some boxes. But I feel like for most of you, you are moving in a place where you have the right support coming in, or you already have that right support and they're doing this with you. This is someone around you where you feel like you are building a strong foundation, and it's combined effort. It's not one person doing all the heavy lifting here. It's someone who's as equal as you. Maybe not as physically strong, but still equal somehow. So maybe somebody makes the plans, somebody does the heavy lifting, but it balances out somehow. It's also something coming in that is united, it's long lasting, and it feels stable, sturdy, balanced. I feel like you are seeing eye to eye with someone. Let's get one more from this deck on the move and sturdy support. Please and thank you. Ooh, and you're burning bright. This is definitely an energy that's been coming through for you guys. I feel like you are standing out with that star energy lately. You are shining different, where you are maybe making different decisions, where you have this glow about you. I feel like a lot of you are attracting the right people in your life, the right support. It's also a lot of passion. So maybe for some of you, if you are entering a new home or something like that, maybe you bless all the rooms with a little bit of passionate energy. Or if it's not that kind of passion, it's passion to get creative. I do see sassy energy for some of you. So hey, have a great time. I feel like it's going to be a good time. Stroke passion to keep the flame alive. It's also intimacy, sparks, and warmth. So wherever you are, whether this is a business partnership and it's not sassy time, but you have a lot of creativity together, you support each other's dreams, you can see how there can be something built on a solid foundation that is long lasting. Or if this is a beautiful, sassy, sexy partnership in your life, it looks like it's coming from a solid place or will be built pretty solid. But you got to remember to keep, I'm getting like to keep dating for some of you. So even if you've been with your honey for evs, maybe this message is coming through for some of you to remember what it was like when you had that, like those passionate sparks, those butterflies inside of you. So maybe it's switching something up. It's keeping that flame of love alive by returning to the energy of passion. So maybe it is going on a date, or just intimacy can come in so many different ways. It can be really simple and a really deep conversation. But this is where you feel warm and sparkly and comfortable and bright. I feel like your energy with someone else gives like fireworks sort of energy. Wow. And apparently, yeah, apparently you do have some fireworks. Fan the flames. Whoo, I did see that. I did see that energy before. So maybe something burns bright. We gotta like come back down to earth every once in a while. This is romance coming in. It's new. I'm blushing in this reading, guys. It's renewal romance, and it's also somebody who cares. You do have fireworks together. I mean, I was looking at this when I saw that, and that's just sort of like that fire. But maybe it's even bigger. It's doing what it takes to keep the passion alive. You have that double now. You have to do what it takes. You know, if you're doing anything in your life, transition, moving, work, you know, your daily duties, and it's really easy to get wrapped up in all that responsible kind of energy in the itinerary, in the schedule. So for some of you, you need to schedule some exciting times in, or schedule a little breakaroo or some time away with your honey. And if that is not a person in your life yet, maybe you need to see what creates those fireworks in you and gets you excited, and get on out there and experience something fun. I'm getting just having a good time. Maybe that's where you meet someone, or maybe that just sort of changes up your energy and puts you in the right vibration where you are attracting the right things in. I'm getting that you even meet somebody new and you just talk about this concert that you went to, and you have such enthusiasm and like genuine energy, authenticity when you speak about something that's really attractive to other people. Maybe that gets you into a really good conversation. I'm not sure why I saw a concert. Maybe some of you need to book a ticket for a concert. Is there somebody that you've always wanted to see and never saw them live? That band that you always like. Maybe it's a local band. Maybe it's somebody really big. Maybe they're going to come to your area, but you have to look it up. Maybe you have to go somewhere far and travel and get a whole vacation or like a weekend out of going to see somebody. I feel like some of you need to go to a concert or a festival, or maybe just a sassy restaurant. Something like that. I'm getting like getting out, but I also get staying in energy. So see how that resonates for you. let's go to something different. Let's just switch up a little bit. Go to the divine dog. What else does the collective need to know? Please and thank you. I just see you with somebody in your life and having a moment, and either you're talking about this moment later, but you're like, whew, you're literally like doing this, like, ooh, ooh. That's, I don't even think there's like words. Like, you're just like, ooh, yeah. Like, you really think somebody's hot is what I'm getting. Or that's how they're thinking about you. So let's see. Clarity for the collective, please and thank you. You guys are making me blush today. Maybe you're making somebody blush. Little blushing butterflies, firework kind of energy. One message. Help the collective, please and thank you. Oh yeah, you're playing. You're going to a concert. You're playing together. You're rolling around on the floor together. You're doing something fun. This is you playing like a child. So whether this is a friend, your lover, or just you doing something like you did when you were a kid. Maybe there's something you wanted to do when you were a child and you never got to do it. Check it off. Do it. Maybe you have a new dream. But when you have this energy of playfulness and youthfulness and curiosity, you know, the curious, like, ooh, what else is next? What else can I think of? Or I wonder what's over there. Or I wonder what that person is like. When you have that energy of curiosity, like you just don't know what you don't know, so you get to discover it. You get to do something. This puts you into that youthful vibration. It does make you feel young. So what makes you feel young? What do you love to do? How can you play today? Just because. No reason. Because when you allow yourself to do that, maybe get off the schedule a little bit. You know, you still can be a responsible adult with what you're doing, but just do something for fun. Just for fun. Because there doesn't have to be a big reason. But I do feel like there's a schedule thing going on, and some of you need to schedule in the fun, or be a little bit spontaneous, or say yes to an invitation, or send that invitation out, or give something a try. Go somewhere different, go somewhere new. I feel like it's going to either take you to a new partnership, take you to a new energy, or just when you go back to your everyday duties, you have that exciting kind of energy where even if you're talking to your coworkers or your family or whatever, you have that exciting thing. Maybe that brings up a conversation and you plan another exciting thing to do. Or you inspire somebody else to play a little bit. These little puppies. I love the smell of puppies. Side note. Maybe some of you are getting a puppy. Or getting a dog or a cat. I see animals now, maybe even riding a horse, or going on like a trail ride. I see a tent. So maybe some of you are even doing something like going camping or something like that. Could be just going on a vacation, maybe glamping, maybe staying in, but, you know, pretending like you're away. I think that's a staycation, maybe a staycation. But I feel like you are just, even if it's in your own surroundings, switching something up to make something a little more fun. So, getting to play. That sounds like fun. I feel like there's a lot of fun energy today for you guys. All right, so let's do... I have the tarot in my hand, but I'm staring at another deck in front of me that's called Raise Your Vibration. So I kind of feel like we should do both. So let's do one tarot card, and then we'll go back to an oracle, and then go back to the tarot. What is the foundational energy, just to be aware of right now, the little insight on for the collective, please, and thank you. That you are definitely moving on from some weird territory. I kind of like this particular Seven of Swords card, but I don't like the Seven of Swords energy, because this usually means that there was somebody around you or a situation that was not, I was like, it's kind of like ominence of the truth, or not really giving the whole picture, or Sometimes it's lies or deception. It's somebody slipping under the radar and not wanting to be seen. But there's different facets of that energy that you need to look at when that card comes through. Sometimes the Seven of Swords is doing the old Irish exit. So you know there's an environment or a partnership or a situation that just isn't you. It just doesn't feel right. And it's not making it a big deal. You're just kind of slipping out. There's no big long goodbyes. It's just you're out, you're gone, peace, bye, or no bye. But it's taking yourself out of any situation that felt uncomfortable or where there was too many masks on. But this could be somebody being a little bit sneaky around you too. So, I mean, that doesn't feel like this beautiful energy here. Maybe that's why you're on the move towards something different. But this is usually somebody that is doing something they don't really want to be noticed. But in this particular card, she looks like a lone wolf. She looks like she doesn't need to be amongst the pack if the pack wasn't right for her or him. So she's taking just what she needs with her, wearing this sassy little outfit, having this energy here. I'm getting the lone wolf, but this could also be the wolf in sheep's clothing kind of energy. But she's just taking what she needs, leaving the rest here, and going along her way. She looks very happy and pleasant. So maybe somebody is leaving like a little clue behind, but somebody is taking just what they need with them and leaving something here. So let's clarify what the Seven of Swords energy is about. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please, and thank you. Oh, well, whatever you are leaving behind, I'm kind of getting that there is an ending going on and you're kind of just slipping under the radar. Getting out of something in silence and the easy way. But it could also be somebody kind of slipping out of the radar in your life. And sometimes that comes when your vibration changes. So if you are no longer vibrating or seeing something in a certain way, whether that's a friend group or a partner or whatever it is, sometimes it's just a natural distancing that happens because there's a mismatch. It's not like a big conversation like, hey, I kind of don't like what you're doing and you're not going to be in my life anymore. It's just kind of like it just kind of happens. But it looks like wherever you are going and whatever is coming towards you it is where you have this steady support and huge growth and potential for something to be not just in your souls and a burning desire, but maybe be made real. This is where anything you are thinking about or desiring or building becomes abundant in your 3D world. You get to feel it, you get to experience it, you get to have it. It's your golden ticket. But you got to take this beautiful seed of potential, plant it in the ground and do some work. Put more energy into something so it can grow. It's recognizing that when you are given this gift, it is meant for you. So it's always a choice, to take something, to hold it, what to do with it. If you take that pentacle and it's like, let's just say it's a beautiful seed and you have this packet of seeds and you're like, oh, I could grow these beautiful roses, or I could grow these amazing trees or flowers or whatever it is, or vegetables. And then you stick that seed packet in the drawer and you never put it in the earth or do anything with it. It's not going to grow. So it has to have more effort for something to grow, for a partnership to grow, for your business to grow. Sometimes I do see this going back to here as a property, buying a big purchase thing where it is a worthy investment. Sometimes it is a investment that is an offer that comes to you. So you have to pay attention to, I would say, if some of you are buying a home and or starting a partnership, do your due diligence. Do realize if somebody is trying to have you make a decision really fast and then you get the feeling they just want to slip out of the radar, maybe that's not the worthy investment. Maybe that's not where you put your time and your attention and your energy. You know, if it's, but like, what's that? When you buy a lemon, like the car, if you're buying a car and it's used and you don't know anything about cars, have somebody look at it that does. If you are buying a home and it seems like a really great deal and you have to sign on the dotted line really fast, maybe have a home inspector come, have somebody look at the pipes, look at the plumbing, look at the walls, look at all that stuff to make sure you are investing wisely. Because this could be somebody just giving you a little information to get you to make that big purchase or get you to, put something into it. But if you're feeling weird, trust that. Do your own research and ask the right people in your life who got your back, who see eye to eye with you and want to see you have prosperity and growth and abundance in your life. Sometimes those are friends and sometimes they're professionals. But I do feel like maybe this was the past and you ignored a situation, whatever that was, maybe buying something that was the wrong purchase or being in the wrong kind of relationship, so that you recognize gold when it's not there and see something as gold and not just something that's plastic glitter and not really of value, not really going to bring big growth, going to maybe even, feel like more of a loss. This kind of investment is sometimes the one where sometimes it's not the big, beautiful, let's just go with an example of a house. Or we could be a partnership. It could be a partnership. Maybe this is somebody who has a lot of growth to do. Maybe they're still in school. Maybe they don't have, the big property or the high paying position, but their soul, their connection to you, their energy with you vibrates so beautifully that there is potential for growth. There is potential when two people support each other, their dreams. Maybe finances are involved, that there can be a long-term, beautiful investment in a relationship. Sometimes if a home, let's just say, has a good foundation, it's got good solid structure, it has good pipes, but it's missing some stuff and it's a fixer-upper, but it's the right price, it's maybe not exactly what you wanted, but you make that investment and maybe you do the work and put money into something. New appliances, new floors, maybe a new roof. Take all that into consideration, but maybe all of those investments that you make, even though there's energy and something has to be built still because it's just the ace, maybe the return that you get when you resell is such an abundance that then that next time you get to make that purchase of that home or thing that you were looking at, and it's exactly what you want, or it's closer to. I hope that made sense. I'm getting such different energies, but maybe that Seven of Swords had to come through for like a shady salesman kind of energy, or somebody that maybe, could have been, giving you the big old runaround or spiel on who they are, and then you start to see someone for who they are before a big investment is made, and you realize that's not the person that has that long-term support for you, even if it maybe started with some burning desire and sassy, sexy energy. You have to look for the all-around support, especially in a partnership. I hope these messages are making sense to you guys. Sometimes messages kind of like flow, even sometimes they're kind of all over the place. I am getting totally different scenarios with some of you. So let's get one more to clarify that beautiful Ace of Pentacles. That is a very powerful card to me. It's like, it always feels like a golden gift, an opportunity, a chance, even sometimes a brand new job where there's so much potential to have growth. Clarity for collective, please and thank you. It might mean that you have to sign on the dotted line for something. It might mean for some of you, there's a divorce that has to happen. It might mean for some of you, there's a marriage that's going to happen. This is sometimes involving the court system. Sometimes there's an outside source, like a mediator. I just saw like the secretary. You know, I can't get what the name of that is called. Like the secretary in law. So maybe it's somebody that's doing research for you. But usually this comes back to you somewhere in your life where if there was a teetering on a decision being made, that teetering energy always feels a little imbalanced before the actual decision comes in. When the decision happens, or when you finally sign the right paperwork, it brings balance back in. So you have to look at whatever you're doing through the objective and hopefully higher vibrational divine perspective. You have to look at if one person making a decision is being selfish in their decision and not considering anybody else, or if somebody is considering everybody else and not themselves at all. Therefore, there will be always a feeling, if somebody is not involving the truth of their heart, that they just want to kind of slip out of that situation. They wish they never got involved in it in the first place. So you have to look at something as an all-around perspective on how to bring balance back in. Justice, it's a fairness, and it's feeling a lot of peace after a decision is made. It's knowing how to speak and use that sword, how to ask the right questions, how to have the right conversation and do the research. And it's knowing with this scale what needs to be adjusted. Sometimes that scale is having balance between work and play, different areas of your life, heart and head, higher self, and grounding something. Upside down, it's an imbalance. It's somebody not making fair decisions, somebody not being truthful. It's like a very selfish energy upside down, or it's so imbalanced, it's just extremely uncomfortable. So usually when justice comes through, it means that there is going to be a big decision made that has maybe been weighing someone down. But once it's made, it's easier to redirect your attention, your decisions, what you do, where you're going, and how to maneuver. Because when it's in that, like, you don't know what's going on and you're waiting for an answer phase, sometimes you don't know how to direct your attention or your energy. Once that decision is made and it is clear, now you know what to do. So clarity on justice, and that is number 11 in this particular deck. So I am getting that for some of you, maybe this decision could be a partnership coming into your life that helps bring balance into your world. For some of you, it might be an independent energy and releasing something so you can feel the sense of balance first restored within yourself. Let's just get clarity on justice, please. It's also a Libra energy. Ooh, whatever justice this is, whatever decision is being made, it's going to open up your heart and it's going to bring you an offer of love and feeling comfortable with your emotions. I feel like this King of Cups is a very strong, artsy, sexy, comfortable energy. Sometimes he's not really emotional, even though he feels a lot inside. He's balanced with his emotions. He knows when is the right time to let them out, when is not. The King of Cups has been through many partnerships, ups and downs, good and bad, or had a lot of experience within a few, where there was much gained, lessons learned. This is usually Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces kind of energy. It does not have to be, but it's mature because it's the king. So I feel like maybe somebody is gaining more maturity or becoming more mature or knowing what they want in their heart. When the King of Cups comes in, this is an offer of love. This is someone who is in love, who wants to be in love, not to be in a situation where it's mundane and artificial, therefore show, not for the truth of what they really feel in their heart. They're going to always be miserable. They're going to always be thinking about different decisions they wish they made, or how they wish they could slip out of a situation, or all of the things they wish they were investing their time and their attention and their love into. Because when the King of Cups is upside down, he's not following the truth of his heart or how he or she really feels. So it's always going to have an empty energy. Upright, he follows his heart. But he recognizes the intelligence of his heart or her heart. You are also being crowned, feeling like something is golden. Also that I just thought of the what's that, the song Eye in the Sky. I am the eye in the sky, I'm thinking of you, I can read your mind. It's that Alan Parsons project. That song came through pretty big. And it's the heart that's doing the crowning. It's the heart that is in the elevated perspective. So maybe it's seeing the truth of a situation. Let's get one more card. What is the bridge to the Ace of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and Justice, please, and thank you. Oh, we got this Four of Pentacles. So, and the Two of Cups. So we're circling right back around to a partnership, but what has to be learned is something that has to be let go of. There could be a smothering energy somewhere. Maybe that's what is coming back into balance or being released or left behind. If that smothering energy is planting seeds that never really grow, then that's what you're letting go of. With the Four of Pentacles, I always see this as a spinning card. It's the message that there's the energy of the miser, holding onto something so tight and smothering it so no growth can happen. Putting all the money in the piggy bank, but never spending on the dream or spending on the vacation. It's just, at that point, just investment of stuff. The investment never went to what was the real goal or what could bring playfulness and fun. But there's also the energy of overspending. If it's always about playing and there's too much of your, it's usually monetary, but it can be energy. If there's too much going out and not enough coming in, you have to redirect that energy. How can there be enough to save for a rainy day, or enough to save for something important, or enough to save for when it's needed for a bill, or enough to save? How can you have that pocket? Usually it's something that you can consider where you do a little bit at a time over a long period, so it doesn't feel like such a big thing, but you get a big investment down the road later. So there is a waiting energy for it. Sometimes it's looking at your finances and seeing where you're overspending. Sometimes this is clearing the clutter out and selling some stuff you don't use. But you have to see where you can invest wisely and where it is going to grow. Maybe which partnerships in your life are worthy investments and which are not. This could be you looking at any partnership in your life where maybe you weren't always receiving the truth. And maybe it was all about, I don't know, the contract or the money that was received and not the love. Sometimes I see that as the, what do they call that? What is it when you have the trophy? As like the trophy, but then it's just still, it's not the real connection. It's more like the trophy is made of plastic and not gold. The true trophy and the true wealth is when there's the most simple of thing that you see as a blessing. The true trophy is knowing that the abundance and that energy of abundance and prosperity is a mindset, and it's an energy. It's being in the energy of gratitude with the smallest of things. So there's never that big drive or search for more that's going to fill in that hole. I hope that made sense. But it looks like maybe some of you are releasing anybody in your life that was a smothering kind of energy or there for the wrong reasons, and recognizing there's somebody in your life that could just be a friendship for some of you, an energy around you, but there's somebody who wants to come in for the right reasons, to love, just to love, not to get something from it. Because this, it's just always been my favorite card. I mean, one of them. There's a couple other cards I really love, but the Two of Cups is beautiful. It's coming together in friendship and harmony. It's sexy energy. It's trust. It's truth. It's choice. And it's usually where two people vibrate in such a beautiful dynamic that they choose to be together. They choose to stay together. They choose to support each other and go through more chapters. It's still just a two, so it could be a decision, but it's usually something that's worth taking farther, or recognizing how valuable this is if it's in your life. And if it's this upside down energy and it doesn't feel reciprocal, or it doesn't feel like the vibration matches, or it's not growing, or it's smothering, or in the energy where it doesn't feel like a truth, then it is choosing to let that go so you can open your arms so the right partnership can come in. That opens your heart, makes you feel like you're burning bright, makes you feel like any chapter you go on or any cycle you're in is something you get to do and you look forward to, and you choose to do things together. Where you always feel like a kid, like you can play, and yet you have the strength of maybe a best friend, supporter, and lover in your life. But what everybody wants in a partnership is different. So it is being open and honest about what that is. Some people really like to be in a relationship and they want to do everything together. And some people want to be in a relationship and still have that sense of independence. It's just finding out whatever that dynamic of this partnership is and working it out between the two of you. So I was looking at that other deck. This is the Raise Your Vibration. Let's sum this reading up with this one. I hope this reading was helpful. I feel like this reading is really beautiful, but there's like a little energy and message coming through to have discernment, to know what is the right vibration, investment, partnership, person, place, to know and trust what you feel. To have objective point of view that also involves your spirit to make decisions, to maybe have to make a big decision, but it looks like whatever is coming in or whatever is working with you for some of you right now is going to be there for the long haul and for the right reasons. One more message, please, and thank you. I trust the wisdom within. It's trusting your discernment and trusting the divine guidance that you get to help you maneuver through any situation, through any cycle that you are in, and in partnerships that you have or environments you go to. You are always going to have this divine guidance. And if you are ever feeling like you are lost, or you don't know what to do, or you feel like you are in the dark, pray and ask for help, and it will come in. Prayer is very, very powerful, but you have to be open to however those answers come, because when it comes through, it's not always going to be what your ego wants. It's going to be the answer that you feel is guidance. It feels gentle, it feels right, it feels peaceful, and it's never a pushful energy that makes you feel weird. It's always just like a beautiful divine suggestion, but it's something that feels right and starts to take you in the right way or make the right decisions to help enlighten you to feel like you are heading in the right direction of where you were supposed to be, that is for your highest and greatest good and what really serves you and supports you. And with that, I bid you adieu. I hope this reading is helpful. I love you so much. I hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful evening, beautiful night, and I will see you soon.